Good morning. It's Burgess Taylor and it's Coffee Chat Monday, and today's going to be in two parts because I was going to try to get a lot of this done over the weekend, at the end of the week, and I got some of the footage done, but I didn't get all of it put together. So, two parts. I am changing things up. Thanks to Back to Basics April, I learned getting back to basics means a few different things for me. First of all, it means working on things so that things are more efficient, so that I can work smarter, not harder, so that I can have the Omni Journal, that traveler's notebook, as the hub, the central station for everything. An Omni Journal is an everything journal, and I put everything in it. I do a little bit of planning in it, mostly just so I kind of have an idea of what's going on for what I'll be doing, how busy that week will be. Um, and then I also do a lot of my journaling, and I do catch-all notes. I do a bit of everything. I have a little bit of collections. I have more collections in the other Omni Journal that I'll be finishing up after this one is full. And I have the Hobonichis. I decided to use the weeks as my health and fitness. So I have put a few things down, walk and how long I walk for, how far, my daily stretches, and then I have a little column for breakfast, lunch, and dinner and snacks so that I can kind of keep track of things. And then on the right hand side, if I find a recipe or anything like that, I'll do that. And I'm doing a weigh-in like twice a month or so. I went to my parents last weekend and got on the scale and realized I had lost a few pounds. So I was like super excited. But because I'm not getting on the scale every day and weighing myself, it's not about the pounds. It's about how I feel and about feeling better and fitting in some of my clothes better, clothes I already have. And I have this one pair of jeans, that one pair, and I want to lose enough weight to get into that one pair and fit in them comfortably. I have reorganized this. I was using it as journal prompts. I was using it as planning. I decided to do planning. And now I think because I'm changing things up again, I've decided to probably go again back to prompts. I'm telling you, I'll make up my mind eventually. I will make up my mind. But that's the whole thing is that, you keep at things, you keep doing things until you get them right, until you feel like you have a system that works. Now, I haven't showed this a whole lot on social media. I've been doing planning in it. It's for personal and home and finance and stuff. But then I got to looking at how the pretty pages and stuff, and I decided I'm still going to do some planning in the front of it, and I'm probably still going to do some planning in the top of it. But I think starting this week, I'm going to do a bit of just everything in it. Just a smaller, compact, more personal version of what I put in my Omni Journal, because I show the bulk of my Omni Journal on social media. Up close pictures and stuff for Instagram and everything. So what I did, because I can't help myself, and it's going to be a little dark until I actually get to the second part. But as many of you know, I am using my dark unicorn. This is actually a standard size, so it fits really snugly around the notebook. This is the Crossfield, and this is my new work bullet journal. I saw a review on a notebook called Scribbles That Matter. And when I saw the notebook, I immediately fell in love. So I was just like, oh wow. And I heard really good things about it, so I had to try it because of how things were going, like trying to work out something. I have the Hobonichi for all the personal stuff. And I do a little bit of the work stuff in there. But I wanted something that was going to be for what I consider to be work, to chronicle what I do for work. So I set up the notebook. I got it in and I've set it up. I'm going to show you how I've set it up, and then I'm going to show you how I have the rest of the stuff. And then the second, in this second video, it may end up being 3 parts. I don't know, but because I want to do an Omni Journal flip through. and I'm probably just going to do time lapse, so I may do the Omni Journal flip through separate. But I'm going to show you how I have this set up, and I'm going to talk about why I have things the way that they are, and why I think sometimes it's important to kind of play around until you really find something that works. May is makeover month for me. I'm doing a lot of different makeover projects. I have a few things in the house that we are redoing, revamping, making over. Some furniture, my room and this table and stuff, my notebooks, my journals, planners. I'm going to be trying to do a little bit better intro, and I've never really had an outro, and I don't know much about them, so I'm going to look up what an outro is, and I'm making over my sleep schedule because I have gotten on the backward sleep schedule. Mr. Rockstar worked nights, and then again this weekend I think it changed, so this weekend he'll actually be working nights, and I have him off this week, but he's not going to be off. So I have ended up on nights, and I can't do that. I have errands to run and stuff during the day, and I can't sleep all day and be up all night. It just isn't working. So I'm trying to get up, and I may end up taking a nap, and that's okay if I take a nap during the day, but hopefully I can eventually evolve into going back to going to bed by midnight and getting up by like 7 or 8 o'clock in the morning. That's my goal, is to be up by 8 and to be in bed by midnight. It would be better if I could go to bed about 11:30, that we could get up about 7:30. Trying to get a work schedule going. So I thought, you know what, having a work bullet journal set up, it's primarily work. I do have a little bit of home stuff in it. But like I've said before, with the ADHD, I find that having some overlap really isn't a bad thing for me. Having some overlap really helps me. So without further ado, I'm going to show you my new bullet journal setup in part 2, and I hope you'll enjoy it. I'm still setting some things up. Like, I want to do a spread, a collection of the 52 books I want to read this year. Some of the ones I've already started reading and I have already read. I'm going to log on there. And yeah, because some of the Dark Tower books are on that, along with the It book, because of the new movies that are coming out. It was, I think, the end of July that the Dark Tower movie was coming out, The Gunslinger, but now I think they've moved it to the beginning of August, and I think it is coming out in September, and they're also coming out with the new The Mist. So I'm going to be rereading a lot of the books. I'm still doing the Dark Tower challenge. I am on the Wastelands right now. Been on that one for a little while. The Stand took me so long to read, y'all. So I've also been reading some nonfiction books. Tarot for Writers by Corin Kenner and a few other books. Moonology and quite a few other things. I finally finished The Best Year Yet, and it's now May. Yeah. But so I read fiction and nonfiction. I read more than one book at a time, not physically at a time, but I have a few on my reading right now thing. So yeah, I'm gonna flip around. I'll see y'all in a bit. Bye.